Hello everyone. This lesson is about vowels in Arabic. I would like to share it with my students so they would understand the vowel system in Arabic and hopefully avoid any pronunciation and spelling problems caused by vowels. Before I start explaining vowels in details, it would be a good idea to introduce some definitions so we understand the grammatical terms we come across in this lesson. Number 1. What are consonants? Consonants are sounds produced by creating complete or partial closure in the mouth. For example, the consonant B is pronounced when we get our both lips close together in a way we prevent the air coming out of the mouth for a very short period of time. Therefore, complete closure is created. Another example is the consonant L, which is made when you place the tip of the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Thus, a partial closure is created. The consonant K is made in a similar way, but here the back part of the tongue is placed against the back part of the roof of the mouth. Vowels, on the other hand, are made by allowing the air to flow out of the mouth without creating any sort of a closure. You can feel your mouth fairly open when you make a vowel. If you asked a native speaker of English how many vowels there are in their language, they would answer there are 5 vowels. Well, this is not perfectly accurate, since in English there are more than 22 vowels between short vowels, long vowels, and diphthongs. British English is one of the richest varieties of English in terms of vowels. In fact, English vowels are one of the many problems we Arab people face when we learn English. Here is a screenshot of English vowels I borrowed from a very good website that I always use to improve my English. Now, let's move to some terms you hear when you start learning Arabic. Harakat. Harakat is usually translated into English as accents or maybe diacritics. Harakat literally means movements. Harakat is the plural form of haraka. So harakat is plural, haraka is singular. There is something interesting about terms used in Arabic. The term itself tells you exactly what you have to do to form or to make a sound. So, as the term indicates, harakat is the movements you make to add extra sound to the consonant. For example, باء plus ضمة. باء is made when we get our lips close together to form a complete closure. Then we add another short, fast movement to the consonant ba. In this case, the short, fast movement is when we move our mouth to form rounding lips, so producing oo. This as a whole is pronounced boo. The individual names of those harakats are Fatha, Dhamma, and Kasra. Fatha comes from the root fataha, which means to open. It tells you what movement you should make. It tells you open your mouth to form a, exactly as this picture shows. The little sign we use to indicate fatha is a small dash. Interestingly, when we create fatha, we use the upper part of the mouth. That's why this small dash is placed above the consonant. Dhamma is taken from the root dam or dhamma, which means literally get your lips into a rounding shape. And of course, when your lips are in such shape, you make the sound oo, exactly as this picture shows. As the case of fatha, dhamma is written as a small rounding shape above the consonant. Finally, kasra. Kasra comes from the root kasara, which means to break. It tells you to break the normal, usual shape of your mouth and to move backward or retract the lower part of your mouth, thus to make the sound E, the short, quick sound E. That's exactly how your mouth would look like. Since the lower part of the mouth is in function, kasra, of course, is written below the consonant. You see how logic and systematic Arabic language is? Another important concept that we need to be aware of in order to grasp vowels in Arabic is what's called al-mad letters. Al-mad literally means the prolongation of a sound. As mentioned before, a grammatical term tells me what to do, and in the case of al-mad, it instructs me to stretch out a sound. It says, make it longer. There are three mad letters in Arabic: alif, waw, ya. Some rules relevant to al-mad letters should be presented here. Rule number 1. Al-mad letters are always silent, meaning they always have sukoon. Bear in mind that a silent letter in Arabic is a letter that has sukoon. Not fatha, not dhamma, not kasra, only sukoon. Unlike English, in which a silent letter is a letter that you write down but you don't pronounce. Rule number 2. A letter precedes any mad letter should have a corresponding haraka, which means fatha must be present on the letter before the silent alif. Here is an example. Sarah, Sarah. Sarah is the name. As you can see, this is the silent alif, and before the silent alif, there's sin and fatha. Dhamma must be present on the letter before the silent waw. This is an example. Nafura, Nafura. You can see the silent wow, and before the silent wow there is fa and dhamma. Nafu, nafura. Kasra must be present on the letter before the silent ya. Medina is an example. Again, there is dal and kasra just before the silent ya. Finally, rule number 3. And this is a very important rule that we always have to remember. Al-mad letters are stretched in a medial and final position only, not in an initial position in any word. Again, they are stretched when they come in the middle or at the end of a word, not when they come at the beginning. So far, we have paved the way to fully understand the vowel system in Arabic and hopefully provided an adequate basis for presenting the vowels. The Arabic system has 6 vowels only, 3 short vowels and another 3 long vowels. The long vowels are alif, and the sound is a, a, a. Wow, and the sound is oo, oo, oo. And finally, ya, and the sound is e, e, e. The short vowels are fatha, and the sound is a, a, a. Dhamma, and the sound is u, u, u. And finally kasra, and the sound is I, I, I. Here I will put them against each other so you can compare. A, 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 u, 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 I, 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 I. Now try to feel the shape of your mouth when making those sounds. Ah, 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 ooh, 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 e, 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 e. Let's use those sounds in a made-up context. Ba, 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 boo, 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 bee, 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 bee. That was everything about the vowels in Arabic language. As you can see, they are easy and straightforward. But why learners of Arabic have problems when it comes to vowels? As a matter of fact, they are absolutely right. That's why in the last part of this lesson, I will try to discuss those problems and suggest some solutions. The first problem is that, as you can easily notice, the difference between the two sets of vowels is the length. So the length of the vowels is key. But in connected fast speech, such length between short and long vowels in Arabic becomes less and less obvious. So you can hardly spot the prolongation associated with the long vowels. Remember, when I presented the vowels, I exaggerated in a way I say the long vowels. And honestly, that's not how I speak in a real life situation. Otherwise, I would sound very awkward. Here is an example. Listen and note down the words with long vowels and short vowels. Are you ready? مرحبا، أنا اسمي سوسن، وأنا ولدت في سوريا، ولكن أصلاً أنا من فلسطين الجميلة. I will say that again. مرحباً، أنا اسمي سوسن، أنا ولدت في سوريا، ولكن أصلاً أنا من فلسطين الجميلة. You see? You can hardly spot the difference. When we teach native speakers of English, we hope that they won't face such a problem because they do have similar cases in English, as there is a difference between ship and sheep, rich and reach. Unfortunately, they still get confused. Another problem is that short vowels are just harakat. Harakat are only pronounced but not written in modern Arabic, while long vowels are letters that you can find in the alphabet. When a student learns a new vocabulary, the first thing they see in their course book or any website is something like this. A word written with harakat, for example, kataba, and the word written phonetically, ka, ta, ba, and the meaning, of course. But the way we native people write is something like this. You see this transliteration? It is the main cause of the problem. As the first thing a learner would do is to look at the transliteration. Of course, this is a very natural, normal thing to happen. We all look at what is written with our first language. But when you look closer, you can realize how the problem is created. Look at the letter A or the English letter A. It is used to represent three different things in Arabic. Let's call it as the code A. So the code A is used to represent short vowels, in this case, a long vowel in the second word, and even worse, to represent ta marbuta in the third example. Again, unfortunately, what is stuck in this student's brain is the transliteration, a word written phonetically. Remember that. Now the second stage for a student is to write down in Arabic. They try to retrieve what's already stored in their brain, and they try to replace English letters with Arabic letters. They usually render the consonants correctly, but when it comes to vowels, they get confused as to which vowels we should write down. Remember, the code A represents three different things: a long vowel, a in this case, short vowel, a, and even ta marbuta. So they would ask, a learner would ask, what should I write? A short vowel or a long vowel or even ta marbuta? As a teacher, we see mistakes like these. So kataba sometimes is written like ka-ta-ba or ka-tab or kataba. Now this is a very huge big mistake in Arabic because a verb will never ever have ta marbuta at the end. Remember, ta marbuta is only for nouns and adjective. An additional problem is that when non-Arab Muslim learners are required to read or write in Arabic, those learners usually learn how to read Quran at a very young age. But they can read only when harakat are written above or below the letters in any word. So this is an example of the text they are used to read. Remember, this is a religious text found more than 1,000 years ago. But what they are required to read and write is a text like this. You see, there are no harakat at all in this text, while in the first one, harakat are everywhere. On the basis of everything I have mentioned so far, I think you can agree that distinguishing between long vowels and short vowels in Arabic is important. In fact, it is the main source of spelling and pronunciation mistakes made by students. There are two kinds of mistakes made because of the vowels. Number one, the students would produce a nonsense word that doesn't exist in Arabic. For example, they would say barid instead of barid, bint instead of bint, هذا instead of هذا. A very popular male name is Omar. A student would write down or say Omar. What's Omar? Even my name. I hear a lot of people and even learners say Sausan or Sosan. That's wrong. My name is Sausan. Sausan. Short, quick, and easy. Another source of mistakes is when a learner replaced a long vowel with a short vowel, or the other way round. So they would produce a word with a different meaning. Here are examples. Har, har, hotness. Har, har, hot. Qala, qala, to say. Qalla, qalla, to decrease. Bard, bard, coldness. Barid, barid, cold. Shakara, shakara, to thank someone. Shakir, shakir, could be a name. Sarah, Sarah, to walk. Sarra, sarra, to please someone. Now we have arrived to the final part of the lesson. You could say, okay, I understand the mistakes made because of the vowels, but what about the solutions? The solutions are as following. Number 1. Arabic. Arabic is an invented language used by native speakers of Arabic. It is used in the social media and informal situations such as sending a text message to a friend or a relative. Arabic uses English letters to write Arabic words, hence Arabic. Arabic is mainly used when a person uses two or more languages to write one single sentence. You could ask, what is the difference between a word written phonetically, as we've seen before, and a word written in Arabic? Well, this is a very good question. The answer is that Arabic uses consonants and long vowels only. It uses letters, not harakat, not short vowels. So a text written in Arabic is very similar to a text written in normal Arabic language with normal Arabic letters. Here are some examples. Kataba is written as KTB, letters only, consonants only, no harakat or short vowels. Kitab is written as KTAB. The English A here means one thing only, which is the long vowel you can see here. Not fatha or ta marbuta, as the case of the code A that we discussed in words written phonetically. Again, the letter E in this example is written as double E or I. It doesn't really matter. Both are meant to be the long E in khayma. Now, what about the Arabic letters that have no equivalent in English or French? For those letters, Arabic uses numbers. For example, in khayma, 5 is used instead of kha. Why? Because the word 5 in Arabic is khamsa. Khamsa starts with kha. Khayma also starts with kha. You see the point behind that? I think it is a good idea to Google numbers used in Arabic so people can replace the Arabic letters that have no equivalent in other languages such as English or French. As for learning your vocabulary by using Arabic, I would suggest you to do the following. Step number 1. Look at how a word written in Arabic with all harakat on. Step number 2. Replace the Arabic consonants with English consonants one by one so you don't get any spelling mistake. Step number 3. Add harakat. Of course you need harakat. Arab people don't add any harakat when they use Arabic because they already know what a word has in terms of harakat, but you don't. So it's so important for you to add harakat so you can pronounce anything correctly. Finally, step number 4, again, replace the English consonants with Arabic consonants one by one. I'm sure by doing those steps, you wouldn't make any spelling or pronunciation mistakes. And you can easily memorize your vocabulary. As for those vocabulary that have letters with no equivalent in your language, you can have two options. Number 1, you can learn the numbers used in Arabic, or just write the Arabic letter as it is, as this example. Now, would you try to say and write down my name correctly? Remember, my name is not Sousan, it is Sousan. Another solution is to create your own table where you add all words you get confused with. Put them against each other so you can compare between them easily. Here is an example. Reading loud. Reading loud is one of the best techniques, not only when you learn Arabic, but also when you learn any language. When reading in Arabic, I would suggest you to exaggerate in stretching those long vowels. It is better to exaggerate than to make spelling and pronunciation mistakes. Now, this is the end of the lesson. I do really hope that it would be a bit helpful. Thank you very much and مع السلامة.